So I just left the movie theater. I just saw Creed. And first, I'll start by saying, whenever I go see a late movie, I don't know about y'all, maybe it's age or maybe just movies, just a great calming mechanism. I always fall asleep. Always. And Creed was one of the few movies where I didn't fall asleep, so I can eliminate the word always. But if I go see it, I have to really, really want to see the movie. It took some time for me to see it, and movie was really good. First, I want to say Michael B. Jordan acting was good, but more importantly, his dedication to the character. Man, between his physical appearance, he's in phenomenal shape. So if you have a girl and you have any ounce of insecurity, I wouldn't take her to see this film. Two, the discipline that he learned how to box, and they use boxing terminology. It was just phenomenal, and I liked how the casting for this movie was really good. Um, Michael B. Jordan was a good fit. His girlfriend was an exceptional hit because not only does she have the cross appeal between um, like the black audience and the white audience, but she was kind of earthy. She wasn't like, a Megan Good, uh, someone of that nature who they just brought in to be a pretty face. She was actually like an eclectic kind of like retro hipster kind of girl, and she did a phenomenal job. And I'll get to the movie now, so if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna spoil it for you. But it was a well done movie. It it was very like it hit a level and it stayed there. It wasn't like it was um, highs and lows. They didn't turn it into a love story, which I absolutely love. They didn't romanticize the idea. And oh, here's what I thought when I was watching it. I You make it seem like Apollo Creed was a real person. He's a fictional character, but when you're watching this film, you're like, huh, is this an autobiographical movie? Because it is so authentic and real. And it was no glamour to the film. It was just a very good story. And you could anticipate Creed 2 coming out probably in the next 18 months or so. And you know what's funny? I laughed at myself. When I sat down at the movie, that's when I realized why they named the movie Creed. Forgive me, but I didn't put two and two together but as soon as I sat down in the movie theater and the movie started, I was like, duh, that's why they named it Creed after his father. But um, it was awesome. It was awesome. You'll thoroughly enjoy it. The only thing I didn't like was when they had the press conference for the finale. Was They didn't do a weigh-in. They just had the press conference, but they didn't do the weigh-in before the fight. I think the weigh-in was probably more boxing related than the actual press conference. So I thought they could have did that. It ended well. It ended in a split decision, and Adonis Creed lost, which was awesome. But it's totally set up for Creed too because he says you're the future of the 175-pound division. Um, because I don't know if they did this by accident or on purpose, but he had never lost. Had never been knocked down, and it was his last fight. So he's retiring a champ. And guess what? He'll probably be fighting for he'll probably be fighting Andre Ward in the next fight. In Creed 2, he'll be fighting Andre Ward for the WBC belt. So Andre Ward has another acting gig coming up. So um, um, but overall, it was just a phenomenal film. B plus film. Only thing it lacked was great comedic timing. There were some moments where it was funny, but it wasn't like punchline after punchline. Not consistent punchlines, but when you watch the film, you'll get it. And I like how it was shot. The cinematography was good. The score for it was pretty awesome. You know, the music was really good. Um, Max Kellerman had a great call. Um, I forget the character's name. He said the the champion. Oh, Pretty Ricky. Ricky won the fight, but Adonis won the night because at the end of the night, the England fans are chanting Creed, Creed, Creed. So um, you guys are gonna watch it. Pay your $12. You'll appreciate it, or you can watch it on the internet somehow, some way. But um, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good film, and um, they left a lot of unanswered questions. So you know it's going to be a part two. Whether Rocky died, when will Rocky die from cancer? Um, will his girlfriend lose? When will her girlfriend lose her hearing, or they'll find a cure for that? The development of the relationship with his mother. Um, Part two is set up nicely because he can get his car back in part two because at the beginning of the film he fought Andre Ward and he had a bet and Andre Ward took his car, beat the living hell out of him, took his car, so he has his Mustang, and the next scene he's catching a taxi, so which was pretty awesome. It was pretty consistent. Um, so I could see Andre Ward losing in Creed 2 to Michael B. Jordan. And if I was him, I would start shooting now, especially if you're Michael B. Jordan, because Michael B. Jordan was in phenomenal shape for this film, and he's going to have to get in shape again for it. So, um, to his advantage, he would want to start shooting immediately. Um, what other um, um, I would say getting back to Michael B. Jordan, man, he did a phenomenal job in terms of his dedication to learning the craft of boxing. Um, you won't find another performance as dedicated as he was to this film. Um, will you find better acting? Yes, but the, you can totally see he took 6 months to a year of his life preparing for this role. Um, Boxing trainers, his hand speed was on point. Um, it's nothing you can do about the actual the boxing scenes that are in the film. It's nothing because you can't make that real. You know, you have to find camera angles, but when you know it's fake, you know it's fake. But just him learning the arts and crafts of boxing was pretty good. Uh, Even when he ran, it looked real. You know, he ran as if he was in phenomenal shape, great speed, hand speed was good, jump rope was phenomenal. They didn't have to cut this. They didn't have to cut it when he got into jumping rope. In the middle of him jumping rope, he was still moving at the same speed. Um, Gabe Rosado did a good job. I mean, he basically played himself under a different name. Um, um, Girlfriend was phenomenal. She had a good personality in the film, and she wasn't overly over him. The only thing she overreacted when she found out that he was Apollo Creed's son. I mean, she way over. They did a little extra on that, but that's about it. So Creed 2 will probably come out 2018 of Thanksgiving if they have no, if they have no competition. So go spend your $12. You can take your kids to see the movie. Um, there's one sex scene where they have sex after the fight. That was pretty funny too because he won the fight. He wanted to take over the world, and in the next scene they're on the couch sleep. And then, if you guys seen the video that I did about having sex before the fight, she surprised him in England because they were fighting, uh, relationship fighting, and Rocky told him not to have sex because he had a fight. So um, it was, and what was cool was when when the doctor, I never knew this either. When the doctor tells you uh, how many hands he's holding up, the trainer is tapping you to let you know how many how many fingers he has up when you can't see out of the eye. I never knew that. That's pretty amazing. And it's funny. The doctor knows what's going on. He knows what's going on. That was a cool scene because you have like an aha moment because you realize that's going on so many times in boxing. But Creed was a good movie. Uh, it's definitely worth it. $12. Michael B. Jordan was as dedicated as you can be for a role. Um, Physically, he looked amazing. Boxing training was amazing. Acting was good. Not, I wouldn't say great level because he didn't really have to step out of himself to play this role in terms of emotionally emotionally letting go. He didn't have to emotionally let go. He physically did a great job playing this role, but not it wasn't an emotional role for him. Uh, but they did a phenomenal job making you believe that this was an autobiographical movie. It was a true story. The director did a hands down great job. He's gonna get tons more because it was phenomenal. So Barbershop Conversations, go see the film. And sorry for the spoilers, but I just wanted to let you guys know what it's been out for a couple of weeks, so you guys have probably already seen it. But Barbershop Conversations, talk to you soon. All right, peace, guys.